Hey there, Rabbi Randy, coming at you from my house here in University City. It's been a few weeks since I have broadcast um, an Omer message, teaching, and shared with all of you the Omer counting. Daniel and Karen, Rabbis Daniel and Karen, and their children have been kind of taking that on the last couple weeks, and now for this week, it's me again, and really glad to be here. Love counting the Omer. I think it's an amazing ritual. Really teaches us to be conscious about recollecting, embracing the different moments of our day. I think when we take the time like this to stop and actually kind of name the day with its proper number, it allows us a chance to think about the challenges of the day and the wonderful moments of the day, and really go forward knowing that we sort of had this embrace of the day that was before we go on to the next day. And so as we count from Passover to Shavuot, from spring to summer, all the things that we're counting up to, it teaches us this sort of step by step, moment by moment appreciation of our lives. And so I thought I would begin this Omer counting with looking back. Obviously, we have different kinds of days. Omer teaches us that each day is substantial, but of course there are days in all of our lives and in the life of each tradition and nationality, culture, that stand out. And I think, as some of you know, I had one of those standout days. It was back last Thursday, which was the 18th day of the Omer, where I was honored to receive, with the rest of my classmates who I was ordained with in 2000, an honorary doctorate given each year to each class of Reform rabbis on their 25th anniversary. That we've earned this doctorate through our work as rabbis out in the world. And it was really a thrilling, kind of wonderful few days in New York City, where I went to rabbinical school, where I was ordained, and to share it with my family, to see my classmates, many of whom I hadn't seen in a long time. And the ceremony itself was quite sacred, maybe even beyond my expectations. But I thought I would take y'all through. I actually have some photos that I thought I'd show you, and just kind of um, share that journey in a short amount of time with you. So, yes, it was 25 years ago that I was ordained, but the whole experience started 30 years ago. And this is, that didn't work out too well, but this is the class in Israel. I didn't condense the picture enough, but you can't see everyone. But this was in 1995. There were 60 of us in that class. You can certainly see me right there, that guy. I was already in my early 30s when I started rabbinical school. I always tell people there were sort of three distinct groups of classmates. There was, on the one end, students who were really just 1 or 2 years out of college, out of undergraduate school. And then the other end, there were some really second career people. Seems like it was old then, but not anymore to me. But people in their 40s and 50s, teachers, lawyers, other people who had done different kind of work over a long term, had decided to go back to school to become rabbis. This woman here, Lori, was a single mom with 3 boys, who spent the year with us in Jerusalem. Pretty amazing that she was able to do that. But the class rallied and helped her out. And then the third group was my group, out of college for maybe 5 to 10 years, and having done a few different kind of things, kind of on a journey, and then landed in our late 20s, early 30s in rabbinical school. So that started in Israel, but then the bulk of our rabbinical school was in New York. Let's see what I got next. Oh, so jumping to 2000. This was now, there are three campuses in the States for Hebrew Union College, the Reform Movement Cemetery. There's Los Angeles and Cincinnati and New York. I went to New York. And So it was pretty much 2020. So by the time we were ordained, the other 40 from that picture from Israel were either in Cincinnati or Los Angeles, and this is the 20 or so of us that went to school for 4 years and were ordained. This is the same exact spot where I was on Thursday. Let's see what's next here. So that was the moment of ordination, smaching, this kind of clunking of my head with the Rosh Yeshiva, the head of the school at the time. Not a great quality picture, but it's old, from 2025 years ago. But that was the moment, I guess, that I was ordained as a rabbi. Okay, now I think we're gonna. There we go. So this was Thursday. This was the class. Now, it's not exactly the same group as this group because you had your choice. You could do the honorary doctorate in any of the three campuses, regardless of which campus you studied at. So there's most of the people there were ordained in New York, but some of them chose to come to New York, even though they were ordained in Los Angeles and Cincinnati, and some of the New York people chose to be ordained elsewhere. But this is the crew, and obviously, there I am. Let's see if we can kind of, well, yeah, same guy. What can I say? And then the moment of ordination that you saw, there wasn't a clunking of head because it wasn't ordination; it was this doctorate. But oh wait, that wasn't what I wanted to show you first. That was. So yeah, this is when I got the hood for the PhD, the honorary PhD. So that was that moment, and it was a little less formal than the ordination. So I did have a chance to flash the peace sign there. Um, so let's see if I can get us back to me. Yeah. So that was the 18th day of the Omer for me. Obviously, a very powerful day. I have a few more things to show and tell about it in the days to come. But I'll save those. But like, I appreciate everyone who reached out to me on social media and messages with your congratulations. It's truly a wonderful journey. I didn't count every day for those 25 years, but I do feel like the lived experience as a rabbi, as a father and husband and friend, um, neighbor, uh, to be able to have a moment like that has such congruence to 25 years ago. I didn't need the doctorate, but it was nice to have the ceremony. It was nice to be with the same people that I had shared 5 years with and that we were ordained together. It was sort of an Omer type of juxtaposition, to really look back over 25 years. And we did do that actually the morning of the I keep saying ordination, the morning of the ceremony where we received those doctorates. There was, I don't know, 20, 25 people there, and we shared some of the things that had transpired over the last 25 years. We kind of told our stories. It was very powerful. And, that first group of students I talked about that were just out of undergraduate school, I mean, they were already wonderful people and friends, but they were, in their early 20s. And to hear them as now 25 years afterwards as rabbis with all of the age and experience that went with it, it was just really, I just loved listening to everybody. In fact, the word that I kind of used after I told a few stories and some thoughts and teachings that really I was feeling in that moment was humility. Um, so that's what I wanted to share for tonight. Um, as we move into tomorrow, Tuesday, it will be the 23rd day of the Omer counting. And the week that started yesterday is the week of Netzach, which is kind of a Kabbalistic term that means endurance. And today's sort of weaving of sphira or sphirot or Kabbalistic qualities. So the week is Netzach, and this day is Gevura, which is strength or discipline. And I guess the idea is, the discipline of endurance. And I guess what a great, I don't know, just sort of, it's a wonderful match that I talked about these 25 years so far of being a rabbi that I marked last week, and the discipline it takes to have an endurance, to have a length of whatever it is, a career, a marriage, and something that a passion over a long period of time. It's wonderful to have that burst of creativity, that burst of energy, but what it takes, the discipline it takes to endure over times that can be really rocky, and you hope and pray that then if there are rocky times that there are also holy times, and that certainly has been the case with me. I've loved the career I chose 30 years ago when I decided to enter rabbinical school, and just really have a great appreciation for all the things that we do that take discipline as we endure over time. So let's make the blessing, the bracha, for the 23rd day, for this counting between Passover and Shavuot, between spring and summer, between the theme of responsibility, theme of freedom, and the theme of responsibility, from planting time to first growth, to receiving the first growth from the desert to the mountain, this journey that we're all on. And on this particular journey, that'll be a 50-day journey. We're almost smack dab in the middle, not just yet, but actually I'll be with y'all in the middle day. So the blessing, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Ruach ha'olam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirat ha'omer. Blessed is the Holy One whose presence fills creation, from which we learn mitzvahs, sacred deeds that fill our lives with meaning and purpose and holiness, including this mitzvah, this ritual of counting the days during the Omer period. Amen. And Erev Tov, I hope you have a good, restful night, and I will be back tomorrow with another video and another day, another day counted. So thanks, everybody. Good night.